how can I put it? Comes from a quote from Oscar Wilde. And it says that imitation is the best form of flattery. So, I've been saying I'm getting another vehicle, another form of transportation. Not only just any form of transportation, it's going to be a modified form of transportation. So, thanks for watching Choker TV Modified, and we're going to modify, or I shouldn't say we, but it's going to be modified. And I'm imitating an individual, and later on I'll say where I'm going, who the person I'm imitating, what is the vehicle. So you got to stay tuned. So please subscribe, like, and comment. And the next time you see me videotaping, I should be heading for the plane. All right. Be blessed, not stressed. Later. All right, I made it. Finally. Flight was great. Flight was beyond great. All right. Even the last flight I took from Atlanta to South Carolina. In fact, I didn't tell y'all, I'm in South Carolina. I'm in South Carolina to look at my new vehicle. The last pilot, he had a lead foot. He was flying that commercial plane. But anyway, I just waited over an hour and a half to get a car, to rent a car. But anyway, I'm not gonna complain because I made it here and that's a blessing. So I'm not gonna block my blessings. But anyway, this is where we at. We in South Carolina. At this spot right here. So, here we go. Let's go see the vehicle. All right, here we go. This is the new bike. 2022 Hayabusa. As you can see, they don't have choker on there, but that's what it's for. And we got all the parts. Swing arm. Got exhaust. As you can see. Handlebars. Also, there's chain too, right? Okay. Well, it has to be because it's a longer swing arm, right? Yeah.
HTP handlebar setup, and your rear lowering links from Vath. So spring air filter, Brock's titanium exhaust, and the DME swing arm. Again, I didn't unpackage everything there, but.
And everybody, this is
Tim Vath.
Is it
Tim Vath, yeah.
Timothy or Tim Vath.
Yeah. No, that's.
He's the gentleman who located the bike, brought the bike back, and basically coordinated everything.
Yep,
everything.
We're coordinating this build. We wanted to build it when Walter saw the build that Chris did on his bike, which is real similar. We wanted to kind of build something fairly similar to that, so we basically did a fairly similar setup with the DME swing arm. Again, Brock's titanium exhaust, all the stuff to lower it and re-gear it and everything that way, so it'll certainly work out, you know, when we're done with it. So this is going to be basically a 2-day process as far as the actual build. The bike's been here for a little bit, so I'm glad Walter made it all the way down from Chicago here so we can do this build. He wanted to obviously film the bike in 100% stock form, and then obviously film as the bike build progresses here over the next couple days. So it'll be a very, very cool bike and a very cool build when we're done with this. So yeah. So
once again, thanks, Tim.
one other bracket we're going to be adding on. This will actually be the side license plate mount, being this lovely mount from Suzuki is going away, of course. So it'll be more open that way, so exposed to more of the rear tire, and of course it'll be lengthened back too with the longer swing arm. So.
Okay. That is nice. Very nice. Very nice.
That one fit okay, but it wasn't exactly right. So we made some adjustments and put the actual DME on that one, on Chris's
Okay.
bike.
This thing is so. Have you rode this bike?
I've personally not rolled, I mean, other than around here, I've not had it out on the street and everything that way, but it does have a built motor, so it's, you know, got some work internally done to that. It produces great power. This one, because we couldn't flash the ECU on it, we actually did a pigtail off the stock ECU with a product from HTP, a harness, so we could put a Motec ECU behind it or piggyback off of it, so we could adjust some fuel parameters and timing parameters and other mapping. So it does work with the big motor. However, it doesn't adjust everything within the ECU, so there are a few things within the ECU that still cannot be adjusted. With the new ECU flash from Woolett, and that was kind of the holdup with all the stuff that's in these new ECUs, with the traction control, the wheelie lift mode, and the mapping and timing, fuel delivery, mapping curves and everything. We should be able to adjust everything out on these bikes exactly how we want them, and to get the maximum power out of it, depending on, you know, obviously the setup, you know, with the filters. Obviously, the exhaust is the biggest thing, getting the higher flowing exhaust on there and stuff that way.
And it's the same one. This is the same one.
That's the same that's going on your bike.
Okay.
Yes, that is that's the Prox CT titanium with the 16-inch muffler.
Okay. And I was going to ask too about this one piece. This is what I've been thinking about this whole time. Like this piece and the wheels, like the powder coating. I don't know if they could do the exact color. Like
Wheel these wheels, I'm sure you probably saw in Chris's
those
video.
cars.
Those actually were right from BSD, and they kind of did a one-off for doing these, and they took forever. I mean, literally, they took 6 months to get.
Okay.
We ordered them back in December, and just recently got them here in May. So now it's June, but yeah, well, they came in, and of course he ordered this one special wide too. Instead of being a regular 6-inch rim, this is 6 3/4, so it's a wider rim to make a wider platform on the tire, and so the contact patch is larger.
So that's a 180.
This one is actually a 180. It's actually a narrower tire, but because of the wider rim, is actually going to give this 180 a larger footprint, because it's going to lay it out flatter, more like what you'll see with a Drag Max tire. I don't have anything with a Drag. This has got a Drag Max. I can show you the two tires here. If you look at a Drag Max versus a Q4. You can definitely see, first of all, it's a taller tire. These are both 190s. This is a 255. But basically, this looks like a wider tire, even though it's a 190. Well, it's because the footprint or the platform, these are actually flattened out on the surface versus being more of a rounded surface for more of a road race tire. So, which the Q4 is a great tire for roll racing or street use and stuff. The Drag Max actually works really well. You can use it on the street. It's certainly much more usable than a lot of the drag specific tires. But they are that.
And
we got plenty of Drag Maxes in stock. We just got a whole shipment of Drag Maxes in, and again at the new lower price at $249.99. They actually dropped $40 from last year.
Oh, really? Even after COVID, it dropped.
Yeah, well, they did. But and of course, just recently they've actually had another price increase from the $249 to $264.99. But if you want one, I got them at $249.99. $250 for your brand new Drag Max.
Also, everybody, too, let me let you guys know, not only does Tim take care of the sales and everything, he also rides.
Yep, I ride and race him.
I'm going to get an interview with him so he can kind of tell you who he is, what he does, about his bike, and the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. While you're here the next few days, we'll have plenty of time. So in the build process. Of course, this one here is the one that everybody draws attention, not only just because of the bright color, but that is Melania. That is the one of the world record holder bikes. You know, went 630 at 233 mile an hour.
Really?
Well, Black Mamba did. This is similar to Black Mamba, even though they are two totally different bikes. Just to clarify that for people out there on YouTube, because there was some problems about a year and a half ago. This is Melania and Black Mamba are two totally different motorcycles. The only thing that we swapped off from one bike to the other was this little turbo right there, and that's the only identifiable part. Everything else is a totally different chassis. That was the chassis. They pulled $5,000. Kings of Grudge stole it from basically the owner of both Melania and Mamba, again, which are two totally different bikes. Mamba is not here right now. It's actually back with him. Okay. But Melania is here. This is one of our other Patient Perfections bike. It's a Trick or Treat 2.0. Some other builds. The Viper here, that's one of Chris's toys there. That is a Viper TA. That was the last year, the Viper, and that's the TA package, which is the Track Attack package. So it's got some of the other cool features on it with the bigger brakes. Track Attack package also includes all the carbon fiber spoilers front and rear and internal and inside. There's carbon fiber interior features as well on this car. So it is a very rare car, and
can you drive the car like you drive the bike?
He can drive a car well.
Okay.
Yes. He doesn't really, you know, push that, you know, stuff with the
Well,
car
keep it
stuff as
plain.
much as he does. He's got other toys too besides the cars that way. Keep that on the battery. This bike here, this is a Carbon Busa, which is actually Big Countries, who you've seen on there, which is Alex Moore.
Oh yeah.
Alex is Chris's brother. He's also a racer as well, but that's a carbon fiber turbo Busa that is extremely fast. It can certainly run in pro stock or pro street, excuse me, or obviously a grudge bike. It's set up actually for grudge racing right now. So hopefully I'll get some more testing and time on that this season as well. We've got a couple other bikes. Of all the bikes over here really for sale, this is really the only one for sale. This is world's fastest Kawasaki Nitrous ZX14. This was built by Jeremy Teasley Racing. We actually purchased from the gentleman who was lucky enough to win the raffle on that bike, but it is a very, very wicked fast ZX14 for a Kawasaki.
What is it going for?
I can't. It's a grudge bike, so I can't tell you times. With with grudge, it's a little bit different than you know, bracket racing or the other, you know, posted style racing where they actually post times. With grudge racing, whoever turns the wind light on, that's who wins the race. That's you know, kind of how the rules go. This bike is actually one that's sold. This one's actually going to a guy in the Cayman Islands.
Oh really? Okay.
That's an 06 GSX-R 1000 build. They actually removed the fuel injection. That's a nitrous bike also, but they removed the fuel injection and put fast by gas electron carburetors on that bike. But that's a very wicked fast, light bike too. That bike weighs, you know, I haven't had it on the scales, but I'm guessing that's in the low 300-pound range, so it is very, very light. Yeah. And then going through here, just a couple of Chris's bike. This is Chris's 2022 Hayabusa that obviously you've seen on the channel many times. Again, you know, carbon fiber wheels, got a big build motor, extended swing arm and stuff. Set up more for roll racing than drag racing, but it can cross over. So, yep. And then Chris's GSX-R 1000. That's a
This is the one he had out on.
This is actually the true roll race bike. This is got a big motor in it too. For a GSX-R 1000, it's no longer 1000, but you know, it's got a little bit more, we'll say. But it's in a swing arm. But you know, the fine thing when you're roll racing these bikes on the street, finding that right length versus how long to keep the wheel down, but yet not too long that you bust the tire loose. So there's a fine line there. It does have the rear wheel disc on it. Obviously, the Montgomery Motorsports lay down fuel tank. Montgomery Sports aero front fender, all carbon fiber BST wheels front and rear. But just, you know, that bike is wicked fast as far as acceleration, and it's designed for that. Yep. So following bike here, this bike you will be seeing this will be a raffle bike coming up soon. Please don't reach out to us and say when's the raffle I want to be in. You know, there'll be stuff posted on the More Mafia YouTube channel, so more to come on that one, but that's the beginning of it right now. We do got the Brock exhaust and swing arm. Wheels, I believe, are here, just came in for that. That's getting carbon fiber BST wheels as well. And
We know about this one.
And we know about this one. This one is actually going to our friend from Chicago here, Mr.
This cool dude right here. It's coming to me.
Choker Media.
Choker. Choker TV modified.
Very cool and all of his parts, so we'll get that built done. This is our service center here at Cycle Specialties Performance, more Mafia. We'll start in over on this side here. This is actually more our performance center side of our service area. Chris kind of does some of his magic there at the computer and stuff that way. One of Chris's boats that he just recently picked up, they go out and play with that on the weekends. And of course, you know, we're always doing builds here, so we got a 2022 Busa, an older GSXR, and a fat tire. I mean, fat. I think that's more like a 350.
It has a monitor on it too?
Yes, it's actually a 330/17.
Okay,
so yeah, on a Gen 1 Busa, yeah, it's got, you know, audio on it as well,
Yeah,
and video, and yeah, it's a more of a show bike than a go bike. We like building them fast, but you know, some people like, you know, more the custom style Busas. So we got
see the speakers
everything.
in
Yeah,
there.
it's got audio and all kinds of stuff.
Got another old school.
Clients, yeah, older GSXR, but in very nice shape for a. For a older Gixxer 1000. Again, another 2022 Busa build that we just did. We just did swing arm and exhaust on that one too. It's getting a few other goodies like the air shifter and stuff. This one's also getting. So this one's actually getting set up for more drag racing. It's not super long, but you know, long enough that thing. Again, that's what your side mount license plate bracket's going to look like on the bike. So.
Gotcha.
Yep, because again, when you lower these bikes, in that you certainly run out of clearance that way. So real quick. So.
All right. Very good.
We'll head out this way towards the dyno. I assume Chris is probably out here.
Ooh, that feels so good. It was cold in Chicago.
Was it?
Yeah, it was around 50 degrees.
Here. Yeah, we're about in the mid 80s here in South Carolina today. There's Chris's new F450.
Oh yeah, I saw the video.
With the lift, yeah, that was a build too. That his friend at Carlton Customs did all the work on that. You know, with the wheel.
All right, here you go. 2022 Hayabusa, my new ride. In fact, I just took it for a ride around South Kakalaki or South Carolina, and man, it's nice, very nice. So, got to ride it in stock form, which was a treat. Really nice treat. So, the next time I'm riding it, it will be in modified form. Modified form. It's very nice. Not too tight. Big enough for my frame and my size. And I think anybody else who's looking for a sports bike should be looking at this bike. And take the trip and come out here to more Mafia, also known Cycle Specialties. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we got my 2022 Busa on the dyno. We got Chris Moore.
Yes, sir. We're getting you dialed in.
We're about to hook it up because you guys in Chicago, you don't even know what's coming. And I don't even drag race it. You still don't know what's coming. You have no clue. So, man, it's gonna be, oh man.
It's gonna be a nice bike. We're gonna see what kind of baseline numbers we get out of it.
put it on, strap it on, kind of break it in, a few hot and cold cycles, get the engine to kind of loosen up a little bit. Then we'll run it in stock configuration to see what kind of horsepower the bike puts out. And we'll do the modifications, see what we get after that.